Struggle for survival. In this era of force and destruction, historians will argue, what was the most influential factor? What was the most deadly instrument, the most deadly weapon? Was it the overwhelming manpower? Was it the blistering fire of the burning rockets? Was it the thundering mail from heaven, the bomb, the blockbuster? Was it the lightning-like descension of the silent parachute? Was it the withering stutter of the light machine gun? Or the staccato of the Garand rifle? Was it the brutal juggernaut, the Patton tank? Was it the flamethrower? Or was it the screaming anger of the faster-than-sound, quicker-than-death V-2 rocket? No, it was none of these things. The most effective, the most deadly, the most terrifying weapon of all time was... Yes, you're right. The sergeant's whistle.
All right, you guys, now I'm going to tell you something. Now, the Colonel's coming, see? And as usual, the Colonel ain't very happy. And I ain't very happy either. Look at this jank. It looks like Coney Island on a Monday morning. Hi, Sarge. What's the action?
Did you see Korwin?
Yeah, I seen him, but I couldn't take it, so I sent him over to the mess hall. He's on KP.
Okay, take him away.
Right, Sarge. Right, my friends. Now I want you to fall out, spread out, and pick up everything when ain't growing or nailed down.
Let's have it.
What are they griping about?
Well, they've got to eat them.
I gotta cook them.
In the Navy, they get steak, caviar, and whipped cream cake. They have fancy cooks who know what cooking means. In the Army, we get mess, and it really is a mess. Oh, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans.
Beans, 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 beans.
Send a salami to your boy in the Army. Yes, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans.
Beans, 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 beans.
Nothing but beans. Navy service is ideal. Printed menus every meal. And they decorate your plate with parsley green. In the Army, we get chow that you wouldn't feed a chow. Oh, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans.
Beautiful beans, gorgeous beans, succulent beans.
Stand the bologna, crisp and skinny and bony. Yes, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the
beans, 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 beans. Nothing but beans.
Loving those beans, hugging those beans.
No, I didn't mean Mommy, I love ya. Nothing but beans.
Beans, 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 beans.
Oh, I was born at the age of 3, as smart as I could be. Sure, it takes a great mentality to dish out all the
beans, 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 beans.
Oh, it seems bell-bottom pants are conducive to romance. They are wined and dined and loved by movie queens. But you wear a khaki frame and you get a wacky dame. Oh, the the Army gets the... I get the jackpot, but it's always a crackpot.
Yes, the Navy gets the gravy, but the Army gets the beans.
Did you know that the Navy gets all of the gravy? Did you know that the Army gets all of the beans? Oh, a soldier's a coward if he doesn't lick the platter clean. Oh, a soldier's a coward if he leaves a solitary bean. Oh, it isn't the fighting that will make a soldier cross and mean. It is only the beans. You can grab a Marine and you show him a bean. He says, what does it mean that I never have seen? So you grab a civilian and 1 in a million can identify. So I say to you, why do we gotta have beans? Multiple beans, product and beans, succulent beans, nothing but beans. Schmeans!
Let's get out of here.
Nothing but beans.
Beans, 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 beans.
What do you think you're cooking around here?
Beans?
Oh, shut up. You've been getting away with murder and it's got to stop, you understand? Shut up! Just because we were friends before and used to work together, I've been covering up for you. That's got to stop, too, you understand? Shut up! Now get your pack and everything that goes with it, and I want to see you down front in exactly 5 minutes. Understand? Shut up! You're going to go on a long, long journey, and you may not be back this way, you understand? Shut up!
Get your pack and everything goes with it. Be down front in 5 minutes. Understand? Shut up! We're on a long, long trip. We're gonna be there soon. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
He's liable under AR 605-300. What's more, the CO can get him on the 104th and 107th Articles of War. Now, the record goes on his WDAGO form 20 and 24. He could be eligible for a 615-360. Section 7, paragraph 49.
Oh, sure. I get
You
it.
saw how he acted in CCB X1 and 2, and last summer he was a 293.
Do you think he's covered in 615-360?
Sure, and MR1-9 too. His profile is 24.4.4 D point.
Oh, brother, I ain't in the Army. I'm back in the numbers racket. Here's your mail, Corporal.
Well, I guess they'll take another crack at that bandit. Do you think it'll work?
It should. There was a guy in here a little while ago that fixed it.
About time. How do you like that? Now you don't even get the nickel back.
That's creepy, Army. I asked for a transfer again, they throw me right out of the battalion headquarters. Shaughnessy, how many times I have to tell you, this ain't a day room.
All right, sir.
Got a cigarette?
Yeah, here.
Tell Sergeant McVey I want to see him right away.
Right.
Is Miller in?
Yeah?
Hey, Miller, what do you think we got here, midgets?
Captain, what about this training film tomorrow morning?
Oh, yes, that begins at 7 o'clock. Now, the theater's 2 blocks away, so I think we better fall out at 6:35.
They'll want us in front of battalion headquarters not later than 6:25.
In that case, Davenport, have the men lined up and ready to go at 6:15.
Roger. I'll take care of that, sir, right away.
Oh, Lieutenant, one more thing. Make sure...
Look what they gave Miller to issue to every man in the company. Bulletproof underwear. You know what that means, don't you?
Sure. South Pacific.
Sergeant Puccinelli, as you were. Sergeant, we have a special movie tomorrow morning, and I want the men to be in uniform and ready to fall out at 10 minutes past 6.
Yes, sir.
Oh, just one more thing, Sergeant. Just to make sure. You better have the men fall out at 5 minutes past 6.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sarge, that Korwin's lost again.
Well, you better find him.
Right, Sarge. Hey, you see them lights? You see that sign? Well, let's be turning them off.
Sergeant McVey, we've got to see the work, don't we?
Yeah, well, what if Colonel Davis comes? He don't like lights on in the daytime.
Another thing, McVey, the company has an early formation tomorrow, and you better have those men fall out at 5 minutes before 6.
5 minutes before 6, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, I got some names here that are cockamammies. Wladowski, Schmelowitz, Kazelli Osmiak. Let me fall them out early, say about 5:45, huh?
Okay.
Right, son.
Someday this guy's gonna blow his brains out.
If you ask me, he's already done it.
Yes, sir. Yes, Captain. Yes, sir.
See the first sergeant in the other room. Go around the outside. Through that door. That door. I said that door.
Got a cigarette?
No, I quit. Can't afford it.
There you are. Where you been? Fine-looking specimen you are. Get over there. Look at this. Look at that. Fix the helm. Now get out on the parade grounds 10 times around. Double time, understand? Then come back here. I got plans for you. Go on, get the lead out of your bucket. Wait a minute. Come here. Got a cigarette? I've been arguing with the adjutant again.
Yeah?
I don't dig this army at all. I want overseas, I stay here. The guys that want to stay here, get overseas.
You forget there's a war on.
Yeah, but what do we get to do about it? When I was a civilian, we had something doing every minute. Singing, dancing, working in nightclubs. I joined the army, I sit on my hands. Nah, I'm hungry. Think I'll inspect the mess hall.
Hiya, Sarge. Been waiting up for me?
How come you're late, Edwards?
I was drunk.
I don't blame you. With a kisser like that, I'll be loaded all the time.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. Now go to the barracks, Edwards, get into your fatigues and report back here. And if you have any social engagements, call your secretary and have her cancel them.
Sergeant's real brave today. I get any mail?
Sure took you a long time to sober up.
Took me a long time to get drunk. My new girl had a date with another Joe last night.
What's the matter, losing your appeal?
It Does that look like I'm losing my appeal?
Wow. Very tasty.
Hello.
Hello.
Is Sergeant Puccinelli in?
No, he's out. What did you want to see him about?
It's of a rather personal nature.
Oh, would you like to leave a message?
Yes. Just tell him Millie was here. I'll be back in 10 minutes. On second thought, do you mind if I sit here and wait for a while?
No, go right ahead.
Thanks.
Clark, do you have that field manual? I want 4 copies of this, Clark. It's to go to the adjutant.
But, sir, I did this yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
So you did. Well, I want 1 more copy.
Yes, sir.
You know, it takes a fantastic amount of paperwork to administer even a little tank company such as we have here.
Are you ready, Ernie?
Not yet, dear. I'll be right with you. I've decided we can do without another copy of this.
That's our commanding officer.
Which one?
Who in the company is that girl married to?
I don't know, dear. Shall we call Luella Parsons?
Now, darling, don't get testy. I just happen to know that she's a Titusville girl. She works on the pulse. She has a calcium deficiency, and she's expecting.
Expecting?
Yes, and don't ask me what she's expecting.
Where in the world did you uncover all this, Mrs. Sherlock Holmes?
At the clinic yesterday. I was there for my cold shot, and one of the nurses told me about her.
Say, I just remembered. There's been a mix-up in the OD roster.
I know.
I may get it.
No, you won't. Lieutenant Torreya stuck with Officer of the Day.
Are you sure?
Yes. Sally Pearson told me that the adjutant's wife told her that the adjutant said so at noon.
Oh, well, if Sally said so, that settles it.
How are you getting along with Colonel Davis?
Well, that depends. How are you getting along with Mrs. Davis?
That woman. She's so rank conscious. How soon will you be ready to leave?
Why don't you go to the club and wait? I have a lot of papers to sign.
Can't somebody else sign those?
I'm the only one. The United States Army has a high regard for my signature.
I wish the First National Bank did.
Where did you get these clothes, Sergeant?
Quartermaster, sir.
And why didn't you get a shipping ticket when you got the clothes?
I don't know, sir. Maybe they weren't paying attention when I drew the issue.
Then this is stolen goods.
No, sir.
I think I'll have to have a look at Army regulations.
But, Lieutenant Davenport, don't you trust me?
This is no way to run a business. Carry on.
He's gonna tell me how to run a business. Used to be a soda jerk. He just ran out of soda.
I gotta see the first sergeant.
Hiya, kid. I see you're still wearing your old head.
You leave me alone. I got troubles.
In the Army? You got troubles?
Yeah, and I gotta see the first sergeant right away. It's important.
Take it easy.
Don't tell me how to take it. I gotta get a 3-day pass.
The last guy in the U.S. Army that got a 3-day pass was Sergeant York.
Yeah, well, I don't care. I gotta see my wife. It's an emergency.
I've had emergencies, but could I get a pass?
Bet you were never having a baby.
Kid, I never even had my appendix out.
Korwin!
Yes, sir?
Did you do those penalty tours?
Yes, Corporal.
To report to the drill sergeant?
Yes,
To
Corporal.
report to the mess sergeant?
Yes, Corporal.
Okay.
Boy, if I ever get overseas, the first thing I'm gonna do is surrender. Concentration camp's gotta be better than this.
What crummy coffee.
Well, I wouldn't wash my...
Hey, it's here, the shipping order.
Came while you were out.
Now watch me get out of this hole.
Hey, Sarge, I wanted
What
to...
do you want?
Nothing. I just thought that maybe...
Get out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Captain Caldwell, I've just seen the shipping orders, and I have just a man for you, sir.
Good. Who is he?
Me, First Sergeant Victor Puccinelli.
Don't be foolish, Sergeant. This call is only for privates and PFCs. You'd better make up your mind. You're staying here.
I've seen armies.
I won't argue that point. Now, about this shipment. We can't be expected to cripple ourselves, so don't send anyone who's useful. How about that kid who never does anything right?
You mean Korwin?
That's the one.
Well, he's right out here now, sir.
Maybe Eisenhower can do something with him.
Yes, sir. Korwin. Huh? I want to see you.
I've been wanting to see you too, Vic. I wanted to know if I could...
Get your hands off my desk and call me Sergeant. Can't you stand up?
Yes, Sergeant. I just want to know if I could get a 3-day pass.
What'd you say?
I want to know if I get a 3-day pass.
Did you get permission from your platoon sergeant to come in here?
No, Sergeant, but I...
How many times must I tell you that in the Army you gotta go through channels?
I know, but this is an emergency, and if I go through the section leader and the platoon sergeant and you and the CO and everybody else in channels, my kid will be old enough to be drafted himself.
Very funny. I can't be giving you a 3-day pass every week. You just came off one.
That's not true. I haven't been on one in a long time, and if my wife forgets what I look like, you'll be responsible.
You should get that lucky. We'll see about it when the time comes. You heard me.
Yes, Sergeant. Aren't we going to rehearse our act for the show?
Oh, get going. Wait a minute. Come here. How come you didn't shave today?
No one said I was supposed to. I didn't shave yesterday. Nobody said nothing.
Get out of here.
You always didn't used to treat me like this.
Oh, stop mumbling.
You always didn't used to treat me like this. That's what I said, so there's two.
You gonna start that again?
Yes, I am. You're supposed to be my friend. We lived on the same block, in the same city. And you know what you promised my mother.
Stop hitting my desk. And what did I promise your mother?
That no one would harm a hair on my head.
You mean both heads?
Ho, ho, that's rich.
Oh, quiet, P-head. Just because we were friends before...
Friends before is right.
Anything to do with now? I have a responsibility, and you're part of it.
Well, I'm warning you. You're driving me crazy.
That's no drive. It's a short putt. What do you want? Special privileges?
No, I just want you to remember you was the best man at my wedding.
You're not kidding.
And we was buddies, and we wrote songs, and we sang, and we danced together. And you still owe me $8.75 from before the war. And we was friends and pals. We were just like brother and sister. And what happens? Along comes a crummy little war and clip-clop. You turn into a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Clyde. What is it with you, anyhow?
All right. All right. Big man.
Couple of stinking stripes.
Big deal.
Go home and wash your face.
Go home and wash your face. Big deal. Look at him. General delivery.
Get out of here.
What's the matter with Einstein?
He thinks I bombed Pearl Harbor. When Edwards comes back, tell him he's being shipped out.
Say there was a Millie here looking for you.
Millie? Wonder what she wants. Oh, I know. What's the date?
29th.
That's it. Tomorrow's the anniversary of our first alert.
Alert? This outfit's never been alerted.
I know it. I just used it as a gag. You know, the first time I saw Millie, she looked real good to me. But all I got was ice cubes.
So?
So I told her we were being alerted.
So?
So she let me kiss her.
So?
So I took her out a few more times.
So?
So she let me kiss her a few more times.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, except one day she started to talk and I found out how dumb she was. You know that dame's really 60 cents short? Not only that, she got on a getting married kick. What is it with these dames? They all want to get married. I know a lot of nice people that aren't married. Then one night I took her out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. After you tell Edwards he's being shipped out, send him in to see Miller and have his supply record checked out.
Right.
You're that cute Corporal that when I came in before, aren't you?
Yes, but Sergeant Puccinelli still isn't in.
I don't suppose you know if he's going to stay in camp tonight or tomorrow night?
No, well, you see, we never know when we're going to be alerted.
I know.
Ours not to reason why. Ours, but to do or die.
That's cute.
Look, why don't you write him a note?
Write him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do it. Just say, I'll be back at 6:45 when I get off from work. And put down it's important. And if I don't see him, there might be trouble.
Okay. If I see him. You know, he's not the easiest guy in the world to locate.
Don't I know it? Well, I have to get back to the PX. We're terribly busy today. We're closed. Closed for inventory.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Well, they did it again. The adjutant just stuck me with Officer of the Day.
I know.
You know? Well, why didn't you tell me?
My wife just told me.
Did she also mention when the war would be over?
She doesn't tell me everything she knows.
Clark,
It's okay, she's gone.
what will you have to say?
She left you a note. She said she'd be back 6:45. Come in. No!
But, Sergeant.
You got permission to come in here?
No.
Well, get out. They think all I have to do around here is hand out passes. What was I talking about?
Millie. She said if she doesn't see you tonight, there's going to be trouble.
I better catch the first bus into town.
Hey, Corporal, would you know where I can get my hand? Hey, house them lights, the crown's coming by. You officers, too.
Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but the colonel is coming, and you know how he feels about lights burning in the daytime.
And you know how I feel about it.
Yes, I do, sir.
All clear.
Okay, turn him on.
Hey, where's Korwin?
He's been running in and out of here all day long, and if he keeps it up, we'll have to put in a revolving door.
Does he got permission to skip training?
No, and you better find him. We'll send him to the CO.
Right, Sarge.
And another thing, Edwards and these guys are shipping overseas.
Come in. Come in.
Get out of here. Come back here.
Get out of here.
Come back here. Let's be explaining why you ain't been in no classes all afternoon.
I've been looking all over you, McVey.
Oh, you've been looking for me, huh?
Yeah, I want to know, could I have permission to see the first sergeant?
No.
Yeah, but I got to see him.
You don't gotta see nobody.
I got a message for the first sergeant for battalion headquarters.
Well, why didn't you say so?
He didn't let me.
Corwin, you never learn. You know, before you take off on details, you gotta tell your platoon sergeant.
You was the one that sent me on a detail.
Well, that don't make no difference.
All right, what's the message?
It says that you got to report to the dispensary in the morning for a physical examination.
Physical? Let me see that. My application for paratroops went through.
Hey, Sarge, you need me for anything?
No, take 2 weeks off.
Right, sir.
Well, wait a minute, Sarge. Form 38's filled out in case of discharge.
Discharge? What does that mean?
Oh, he's right, Sergeant. According to paragraph 8, Article 40-100, 24 hours prior to discharge of an enlisted man for reasons other than physical disability, he must be examined and Form 38 filled out.
They can't do this to me.
Sergeant,
What?
when you get home, will you call my mother?
Oh, get out of here. I'll refuse. I'll go in and tear battalion headquarters board by board. Captain Colton, you do something about this? They want to discharge me. Me, a 4F, well, they're crazy.
Now, Sergeant.
Well, go ahead and read it for yourself.
Sergeant Puccinelli. Millie will be
No,
here
no.
at WDAGO Form 38. Oh, calm yourself, Sergeant. Your application for warrant officer has come through. You're being discharged to accept appointment as warrant officer.
Me, an officer? Well, that's worse.
Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Would you make out tomorrow's morning report and send it to battalion?
Morning report tonight?
Yes. From now on, they want it in the night before.
It's a discharge, so I can become a warrant officer.
Congratulations.
Hey, what's this deal about me shipping out?
There's no deal. You're just on a movement. You'll be leaving in a couple days.
Oh, look, Sarge, how about crossing my name off that list? You know, I got a new girl in town, and we're pretty serious.
That's very touching.
Listen, I gotta see my girl, I tell you.
I've seen the girls you go with. You'll do better where you're going.
Yeah? Well, I've seen your type, too.
Why don't you drop down to the Rialto Theater sometime?
The Rialto?
Yeah, the new red-headed usher.
Helen?
That's right.
Why, I'm a dirty, low-down, no good...
You win that argument. Go ahead, start another one.
You're cutting in on me. I go with Helen.
You went with Helen.
Now I see why I'm on shipment. You're pulling your rank on war.
But don't do it, Sarge. 96th Article of War. Sock him and the captain will bust you.
Put this on the bulletin board. You can take off, wise guy, and start packing. I've got work to do. This ain't no pool room.
No? I could have sworn I just saw an 8-ball.
Get out of here.
I never went to college. I haven't got much knowledge. But there are some things that I know. I've gone and made a survey, a very special survey, and I've discovered that statistics show.
And what do you think you're doing?
I'm singing.
You call this singing?
Didn't you like it a little?
I didn't even like it a lot.
You have to admit my voice is different.
Come on, Sarge, let's hear you singing.
I can't. I got some work to do, and besides, I got a date in town.
Oh, come on, Sarge.
Okay, one chorus.
It's easier to say I love you than Tondo under high Coca-Cola. And wouldn't you rather say I love you than Tondo under high Coca-Cola? It's easier to spell kiss me dear than Tondo under high Coca-Cola. And wouldn't you rather hear kiss me dear than Tondo under high Coca-Cola? To quote a famous Yale professor, osculation is a sensation that is nice. If you should ask a Harvard lawyer, he'll charge you $20 and he'll give you this advice. It's easier to say I love you than Tondo under high Coca-Cola. And wouldn't you rather say I love you than Tondo under high Coca-Cola? To quote a famous Yale professor, osculation is a sensation that is nice. If you should ask a Harvard lawyer, he'll charge you $20 and he'll give you this advice. It's easier to say I love you than Tondo under high Coca-Cola. And wouldn't you rather say I love you than Tondo under high, Tondo under high, Tondo under high Coca-Cola?
All right, Korwin, come on. Let's get going. Come on. How long before Miller gets here?
About 20 minutes.
I'd like to find a joker that spread the rumor around that I'm already a warrant officer. Why? Every time I walk into the barracks, some nitwit yells, "Attention!" I walked in while McVey was shaving. He snapped to attention, nearly cut his throat.
Sergeant McVey cut his throat?
No, he just nicked it a little, but he bled like a stuck pig.
Okay, you lucky people, you can go to town now. I'm ready to take over.
Take that junk into the captain's office.
Right.
And take that with you.
Hey, Korwin, give me a hand with this, will you?
Well, I guess that wraps things up, Clark. Go on, get home to the little woman.
Okay, Sarge, see you in the morning.
I'll be back in a minute. Hey, Korwin, don't forget you have to police up outside, too. Listen, Shaughnessy, some babe might drop in here soon asking for me, so tell her I'm out running the obstacle course.
Okay, Sarge.
You know, Shaughnessy, I kind of wish that McVey would have cut his throat.
How could he blow his whistle?
You know, some people tell you when you get in the army, you get used to it. But they don't say how long it takes, and I ain't getting any younger.
You know something, Korwin?
Hey, it's Corporal.
Come on, let's be giving me the pass. What are your plans for tonight, Sarge?
Oh, I guess I'll get me a couple of beers.
Oh, gonna wet your whistle, eh?
You bet. Come on, let's be hurrying. Hey, there's something you missed. Let's be getting on the ball.
Yeah, but nobody can see up there, so...
That don't make no difference. Getting awful sloppy around here. Gotta be neat. Gotta be tidy. Let's begin.
No.
That's okay, I'm glad. I hate that melon.
It's easier to say.
Now, as I was saying...
About you going on that shipment.
Oh, well, don't worry. Cutie will see that I don't go. Come on, why don't you give up? You can't win.
Puccinelli, we have something that must be said. Ah, just a minute, sir. For 5 years, this Army has been deciding things for me to do, but I'm in the driver's seat this time. I don't want to be a warrant officer. I want to go overseas. I want to get away from everything, away from all this.
You can't dodge the issue that easily. Besides, you're not a private.
That's, sir, something else I'm deciding. I'm busting myself.
You can't do that.
I can't, but you can do it for me. Watch.
Oh, honey.
Ernie!
What?
What did you call him?
Ernie?
Did he say he was Ernie Caldwell?
Yes.
Then there is
What
something.
was
Ladies,
this?
please. Now, if you'll just wait, dear. Is he the man you been going steady with?
Oh, no. I only met him last night.
Last night?
Please, miss.
Oh, I think this whole thing is silly. Let's get out of here.
Now then, miss. You must have gone out with another man in this company.
Present, sir.
Ah, so it's you, Puccinelli. Well, I'm going to give you exactly what you asked for. You'll be reduced to private and shipped overseas.
Thank you, sir.
And don't think this relieves you of your responsibilities to this woman you're married to.
Married to me?
Don't deny it.
Oh, but he isn't. I'm already married to someone else. John Slager. Have been since a week after I broke up with Vic.
Well, what have you been looking for me for?
Because I wanted to tell you not to come to see me tonight like you promised 4 months ago. Before John and I were married. You won't come, will you?
Holy Toledo, no.
Oh, I'm so glad. You see, my husband might not understand. He's not very bright, and I don't want to cause any trouble. Oh, well, goodbye. And thanks so much.
Forget it.
Don't think this will clear you.
We're still busting you.
Okay, so I'm busted. For once, I've beaten the Army. While all these other guys are rotting here in the States, I'll be on the other side, and the Army had nothing to do with it. I did it all myself.
What the devil's that?
I don't know, sir.
Sounds like a special call. I'd better...
Captain Caldwell, did you hear the news? All movements, transfers, and furloughs have been canceled.
Movements canceled?
Sure. The whole outfit's going overseas.
But, darling, why didn't you?
Sally never told me. Ernie Caldwell, step into my office. You've got a lot of explaining to do.
Hey, follow me! Sarge, I just caught this man trying to sneak off the post.
Don't bother me. I'm out of business.
Sneak off the post, nothing. I got a furlough. I gotta see my baby.
Nobody don't got no furlough.
I have.
Are you right?
I have.
Are you right?
I have.
Quiet! All furloughs is canceled.
Canceled?
That's right. The whole division's gone overseas.
Overseas?
Come on, let's be going. Wait a minute. You too.
Me too.
That's right, Private Punchinello. Join your buddy. Come on, let's be getting on a ball. Pick it up.
Pick what up?
The suitcase. Private Puccinelli.
Vic.
What?
I'll take it.
What?
The bag.